0-0. Weird game.
Yeah.
Very weird game. How'd you sum it up?
First 10 minutes was kind of, here and there, a bit sketchy. We couldn't really get into the game. I think that first half was really poor, similar to Crystal Palace away. Just couldn't get the tempo in the passing. A lot of, slow, lethargic passes. And then Casemiro kind of kills the game for us, unfortunately. It makes it a mountain to climb once you kind of pick up that red card. But credit to the back line. I think throughout the whole game, the first half, the back line's been really good. It's a clean sheet at the end of the day. Martinez was fantastic. Good combinations between him and the midfield at all times. Good passes down the lines, getting through that midfield line, slipping the ball through the opposition shape. But that first half really had just the Bruno to Rashford opportunity. Rashford should have maybe passed it across the Weghorst. A little key opportunity there for him. De Gea save, point blank header. There wasn't that much in the game. I mean, we had a few kind of good, the fullbacks got in a lot. Luke Shaw got in, good little combination play. Wan-Bissaka on the other side got in, but the final end product, the crosses weren't brilliant. And then we kind of were just kind of scraping at 6s and 7s in that first half. It was difficult to kind of make anything from it.
What about the, second half? Okay, you are down to 10 men, it's 0-0. What did you make of tactically how we was after that? Whether it's mentally, tactically, Ten Hag's input, etc. in the second half to maybe get a win?
Well, he tries to change things, doesn't he? He puts on the two new wingers. By the way, those wingers today were shocking. I mean, Anthony wasn't effective, and then Sancho today, I know he's playing in the 10, was just really, really abysmal. Wasn't really around at all. And Rashi, the high standards that we normally hold him to, Flex, he wasn't there.
Wasn't himself today.
Wasn't himself today. Hard to get into the game. I can't believe that. It's the 10 men. I think that's what it is. And funny enough, we're talking about David De Gea's distribution. If you have a goalkeeper that can maybe play 5 yards higher up the pitch and distribute, then maybe you don't suffer as much with the 10 men. And you've got somebody that can cover those spaces. Everybody moves up the pitch higher and we're a bit closer to their goal. But, tactically, he had to change the wingers. Palestri had to come on. Firstly, Garnacho. Hopefully speedy recovery for him.
Yeah.
Look kind of serious from
I'm
my.
surprised he got up and carried on. I thought, I think I even saw Varane give the substitution sign, and to see him get up and then be sprinting around a bit, and then obviously essentially had to come off, but walk down the tunnel. Yeah, like you said, hopefully it's not a bad one, because it looked like a bad one first. Yeah,
come on, Flex, because he seemed like he was the one that was coming on to make the difference for us. When you're talking about tactically how Ten Hag changes it, it's the two wingers that come on. He tries to bring extra pace. Sancho weren't bringing us any pace when he had to go out wide there. Rashford was kind of dribbling into blind alleys a little bit. Didn't see him get off plenty of shots. Was expecting a comfortable game where he would get a lot of shots, a lot of joy. Didn't really have much. And then obviously the second half, Bruno hits the post. It was tactically, what could Ten Hag really have done? He doesn't really have much options off the bench. The squad's kind of thin. It was hard for him to really make anything of this.
That's an interesting one. The squad's a bit thin now. There's no Casemiro, there's no Sabitzer at the moment. Obviously Eriksen's long term.
Yeah.
You're kind of back to bare bones in midfield again, and also a whole different style. Back to McTominay and Fred is very different to what Eriksen, Casemiro and Sabitzer can offer us.
Yeah, perfectly said, man. Ten Hag's always been talking about control for the last few months. Control. Eriksen brought that in abundance. Now Eriksen's gone. We're not controlling games. Newcastle, Liverpool, just the last few games, West Ham. There's not been spells where we've been dominating the ball. It's been counter-attack moments, transitional moments for us, all the opposition that's been deciding the games. Eriksen is missed. He's massively missed. We're trying to recreate that a little bit in Sabitzer. Fred doesn't have it clearly. Scott McTominay today, big tackles at times. We
needed that physicality. Considering where the game was going.
Yep. Needed it today, definitely. But that second half, the likes of Wan-Bissaka shaky with his passing. Bruno starts to become shaky with his passing. Sancho shaky with their passing. I don't know if it's accumulation of games, Flex. It could be a bit of that.
Yeah, is it? It's like I think we had longer periods of playing well during games earlier on in the season and the mid part of the season. I think someone else said it, the accumulation of continually playing, which we want to be in that situation. The quarter-final against Fulham coming up. Hopefully all goes well in Betis, which it should, into the quarterfinals of that. We want to be in that position, but we're just starting to see that the squad's maybe struggling a little bit with the demands, and you add in things like red cards.
Yeah. And then even just the quality of the squad. These are the next stages that we're getting to. You know, he needs a proper Ten Hag squad. 22 players, strong 11, and unfortunately the quality just drops off when you have to put Scott in there or whoever it is. Even the likes of Palestri, he's still good. You know, and having good moments, deserves it. But you want a higher caliber winger coming on for whoever you're taking off. Weghorst, I'm ashamed. I really wanted to see him play a little bit longer. Flex, I really wanted to see him to play a little bit longer. You know, he offers a lot of pressing in that forward line, and that you could just see that went a lot massively once he left.
That did kind of change it. I kind of felt for Sancho. He did okay on the wing, well, as a 10, okay-ish. But then as soon as the game changed and he had to go through the middle, I went, it's not really a game for Jadon now, because you want that threat, that dynamic. The runs in behind, you want probably Garnacho on the left, Rashford through the middle, which we eventually did. Lastly, I was going to ask you about Ten Hag substitutions. I know we can say there wasn't a lot he could have done. How do you assess his substitutions and how we attacked faced the game in the second half when we wanted to maybe try and up it to get a win?
He had some difficult decisions to make. You know, who you're going to put out wide to support the play. I think Weghorst should maybe have stayed on to support the play a bit better. Anthony to come off, Palestri on. But there was not much that he could have really done, unfortunately. I mean, the best part of this team today was the back line. They keep a clean sheet. Martinez does not put a foot wrong. You know, Wan-Bissaka was good, very good in the first half. I think a little tailed off a little bit. You know, gave away a counter-attacking opportunity. Walcott forced a big save from David De Gea. But other than that, it was the back line. We really need another goalkeeper. Now, I'm sorry, I'm gonna really. What
was it today? I know obviously the Betis one was a situation you spoke about, obviously distribution-wise. What was it about David De Gea's performance today that you thought, again?
The counter-attacking opportunities, Man United, we thrive off counter-attacks, and there's so many times where he's just holding onto the ball. When Rashford's making these kind of NFL-style runs where he's jerking that way, and he's waiting for you, he's going to finish up beyond he's going to get free of his marker. You need to be able to put that ball somewhere in between him and the goalkeeper, and to favour him.
It almost is like when Alisson did it to get Nick Pope sent off. Remember when he hit that pass and then Salah brings it down and then they get themselves in a muddle. But you need the keeper to be able to hit that pass on the half volley sort of thing.
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the out of his hands throw, just quick decisions and confident ones. He doesn't bring that to the team. From the feet as well, a lot of poor moments. One bounced over Luke Shaw, lots of turnovers of possession. His saving ability, 2 good saves today, good reaction one, the first one after the header, and a very, very good save off the counter-attack from Walcott. Clawed it, but he's just not good enough. It's not good. For us to get to the next level as a team, he needs to go. And I would say that midfield was a bit shaky, but Casemiro, big miss, massive miss.
Fingers are red?
I think he's got the ball, Flex. He wins the ball and then the follow-through hits into the shin, so harsh. 4 penalty shouts. Oh my days, Flex. 4 penalty shouts today. Bruno and should have been a penalty. The handball.
I think the handball one is the one where I'm looking at it saying that's.
Am I stretching?
The Rashford. I think the Rashford one, he leaves his leg there. That's a bit desperate. Bruno looked a bit innocuous, but the one where their defenders on the ground, and that's the one I'm looking at saying, how's VAR not even checked it?
Poor referee decisions overall, but you can't complain about those things in football. You need to still be able to win the game. And Ten Hag tried his best, but the squad's thin, bro.
Nice one, bro. Cool, man.